If you've ever come into your car and it's been raining the day before or such, and notice there's a lot of water in the footwell and you haven't walked anywhere that's wet and you haven't put your feet in it yet, or there's water on the other side, there's not so bad here, but you can see there still is a little couple of drops and it's usually in the corner over there, and then it'll spread its way down. Or there's water coming from here or here, then it's your sunroof. So I'll show you how to fix it, but pretty much it's these little ports here. It'll only happen when the car is faced frontwards down, like on a bit of a slant, because the water sort of pulls up, and it's these little things here, they block up, or these aren't clear. I'll show you how to clear it now. So you want to get yourself something like this. It's works pretty well. Some tubing, maybe a little bit smaller than 6mm, maybe like a 5 or a 4. And you want to grab it. I don't know where the hell I put mine. Probably up here. Yep. So I had to cut mine on the corners a bit so I could squish it in. The places it could leak is either it could either be because these are blocked, which generally I find that is usually the issue. So you'll be able to find out by when you open the sunroof, if the water's in this bit, then it's probably because these guys are blocked. And if the water is in this bit where this thing sits, then it could be either you're on a massive slope and it couldn't rush out, or you've got something stuck in here. So when it builds up too high, it's supposed to flow back and out here down into where the drains are, right? So mine leaked recently, as you saw, and it's probably because I had a fat ass bug stuck right in this little channely bit here, right in there, and it was clogging it. So my car was on an angle like leaning forwards and then to the side, so all the water was rushing here, and then it was just, yeah, it was coming in, because all it has to do is get higher than this little bit right there. See that like gooey stuff, that black gooey stuff? You also need to check that, because that isn't always, they haven't always done a great job with that, and if it's been pushed at all and there's any gap, that on the other side, if I can see it, is just like an opening to get on the inside. So yeah, if there's a gap, then the overflow goes into here, and then it's channeled from there into the underside of this, and then it runs along the inside of this and then into all your fuse area, and then down, drips down here, either runs along there or drips down there into the footwell. You can, if it's really bad and it happens from the front, it can also pull up and go inside this bit, which will run on the inside of this, and you might notice water coming out of here, out of these bits. It's not too bad, doesn't seem to cause any actual problems, because it sort of like drips straight down, doesn't seem to mess with any of the electronics, but you'll get all this wet. That is something to definitely think about. So yeah, first things what you should do is make sure all this crap in here is clear, which I already did. You can see there's still a few little bits. I might get a stick and try and knock them out and just clean it up a bit, because yeah, you can see how like dirty that can get, and all that will clog up all your drain ports, and usually the car's leaning a bit more forward. So yeah, you want to clean that out first steps. It's tricky to get back there, but do your best. And then what you want to do, once that's all clean, you want to get something like this and then set it to jet, so that when you have this in your drain hose, you put that over that, so that it forces all the water down the actual down the drain hose. So if it's super packed, like if you have waited way too long and it's been leaking for ages and no water gets through, you want to be careful with pressure, because too much pressure could pop the internal drain off. I've never had that happen, but it's worth noting. It's a possibility. And I prefer to do this than shove something down there, because if you shove something down there and it's something clogged in there, you're gonna pop that off, and then you have to take all this off and then try to reconnect the hose. And I don't want to do that. I just want to put some water through and hopefully clear any blockages, because yeah, I had a bit of water on the inside here and on the inside here, but I think it was mainly because of that bug. But I want to clean my drains anyway, because it's probably something good to do. But yeah, I'm going to do that now. And yeah, you probably want to maybe put some stuff down just so you don't get too wet inside, unless you're really careful. But that does work really well at directing the flow. So what you want to do is try and force that into the drain as best you can, and then get that right over the hole, and make sure you don't accidentally go off and spray your car. and you want to just ease the water in. Don't go too crazy at the start. As you can see, that is going in pretty nicely. So that's what you want to see. And then you'll know that you've done a good job when you take it out and just fill that whole like area. Whoop, almost sprayed the car. Just fill that whole area so it sort of fills up with water. And you can see how much water is going in there. And when you take it away, you can see that it all drains down that drain nice and quickly. See, it's already pretty much dry there now. So that is how you know your drain is good. And yeah, just a little thing like this, and do it with both drains. And then if you've still got water leaking in, I don't know, it might be something else, like your air conditioner hose can probably leak sometimes. That's a possibility. So yeah, hope it's helped. Like, subscribe and all that jazz. Catch you guys in the next one.